Yeah, so did you get any games in this morning or last night that are good to review or no?
I got one in. Yeah, you can definitely review it.
Alright, last
If it's posted, we'll see.
106. Alright,
7, 9, and 6. Yeah. My mentality was good this game, but I played it really badly.
that's good. I think an important thing for you is hitting your mentality to be consistent.
Yeah. I did take the
Because
time to BM the Echo though.
yeah, BMing is an important part of League of Legends.
Out of all the
It is.
important stuff that we talked about last night, that's all I took the time to do was BM that dude.
Mm, it's a good strategy. People get worked up a lot about trash talk and BM in this game.
Yeah.
You get worked up really easily about it. So you can also backfire because it can make people work
Harder to play
harder,
better.
but also it can it can be pretty effective as well. Let me screen share real quick. Wait, yeah, restart it real quick.
Okay. What the fuck?
All right, should be right here. So let's check this out.
My ward spotted the invade. I was like, yeah, what's up?
Yeah, okay, so they're a pretty balanced team comp in their team. Um, you guys, I'm not gonna lie, like if I had a team comp like that, I'd be pretty depressed. Not because your team comp is necessarily bad, but because I know that
Nobody in
at
this
the
elo has the skills to play these champions.
yeah, you have Lee Sin, Yasuo, Vayne.
Yeah.
Like like your Yasuo died 1v1 without exhausting at level 1
Yep.
and burn like what? Well, burn the fucking exhaust. It has 10 flat armor pen. There's no way you should be able to lose a fight. You just burn it and then say, "Ha! My exhaust brought you down."
He ends up being probably the biggest reason why we lost.
Really sad if you die at level 1 without exhausting. Not like you don't have time. Not like she instantly killed you.
I fuck up here. I try to hit my flash ignite, and then I guess I just missed
Oh,
my keyboard. But I was definitely gonna flash ignite, and we would have had first blood. No, well, and
heck of
then
a.
I died to push out the wave.
That's just predictable. So,
Yeah,
here's the thing. Yeah, you didn't get the ignite off.
yeah. And then the other thing I didn't do, and I told Lee, I was like, hey, that's my bad. Like I should have asked you to help me push out the
No.
wave. And I
So
was
at least
like,
you recognize it, but you either ask your jungler to help you push out the wave, or you lean farther to the right if you're gonna
yeah,
risk this. You
right.
you 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 lean way to the right, like way, way, way. You cheat so hard to the right side
Yep.
because you know my buy is going to flash Q you.
Yes.
Yeah, 100% she'll flash Q you.
I knew it,
So,
and I didn't react accordingly. And I knew she
stood
was
in the middle of the
coming.
lane.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was gonna come because she can't gank bottom, she can't gank top. She would invariably come middle, 100%. So the only thing you can do is either push it out yourself like you did there, which is again super risky, but you can do that if you super hug the right side because she wasn't there, 100% because Lee Sin was there.
Yeah.
That's just kind of map awareness stuff.
Yes. Definitely. Like I don't think I played this game particularly well, but like I'm not like
No,
I'm not even like mad. I'm like fuck like whatever, man. I'm gonna try to win this game. Like I'm gonna
yeah,
try hard.
I think that's what's important for you. So like your gameplay is wildly inconsistent, but it mostly comes from your mentality,
Am I the most inconsistent student you have?
probably. You're probably up there in terms of like yeah actual weaknesses. So like some games you play like super amazing, and some games you don't. And what you're like good and bad at like don't really like stay true from game to game. And
Yeah.
it's largely due to mentality. So I think if you can keep a positive mentality here, you'll now that's a good thing. It's just basically yeah. I think that's an important thing for this game, even if you don't play well mechanically or forget some of the basics.
Yeah, I went for a roam
Because for you,
here.
you'll well, there was
Forced.
good roam timing. Oh, it's okay. This isn't particularly forced. I think somehow they it gets. How do they know? I'm so confused.
I don't know. I don't
Oh,
think it was
you
the wave, was it?
you didn't come through dry.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I was like, man, fuck. Like, which way should I go? I should have came
Uh,
through try, but that's my
yeah,
fault.
if you come through try. See, the reason why this roam is good is again this is a recall timing for you. You should have recalled with this.
Yeah.
I don't know why they know. Did the bot lane give it away with how they were playing?
I don't
But
know.
regardless, you should have come in through try and you could have killed Thresh potentially because as you can see, the Thresh doesn't have summoners.
Yeah, I pinged him. Like I was like, let's kill Thresh. He is
Yeah.
the easy target. Cause Lucian will
Yeah,
dash
so
and get
that roam
lantern and all
timing's
kinds
not
of shit.
too bad. It is for a Soraka Vayne land, so it's like very, eh. But again, you don't really have an option to go top because that dude is just, boots cloth call 03.
Yeah, against a Riven, like that's got 2v1 written all over it.
Yeah.
Or counter gank, even though Vi's bottom right now, or just died bottom, but like, she could have been top.
Most likely what happens is the Yasuo just dies and then you just are away.
Take the turret shot, lose the fucking trade. Feels bad, man.
Yeah, you all in this echo.
If I had Ignite, he probably would have died.
Yeah,
But
if you had Ignite, you would have won that, but you don't.
yeah. If I didn't take the turret shot, I would have won it also.
Yeah.
But I end up
I think it's one of those things where, like, if you had Ignite, you take the turret shot and get the kill. But then, since you don't have Ignite, I mean, you played it, like, the same way as if you did.
yeah. So what I should
Like,
have
you
done
were
there is
definitely.
just not spirit rush into the turret, and then he's chunked and has to leave or dies
Yeah.
as soon as my
I
cooldowns
would
come
have
up.
just not spear rushed at all there.
Yeah. Played this wrong to you, I think.
Oh, yeah, you don't have Spirit Rush, but you, like, played it like you did. It works out because the Vi just rams her face into you, but if I had ultimate a second earlier, that would have been really bad.
Yeah.
Oh,
Feels bad, man.
have Spirit Rush so soon. Yeah. That's an example of a scenario where it would have been good if you had your Spirit Rush from earlier.
Yeah.
So using your Spirit Rush to chunk people is fine. The problem is it's if it's Echo, then he's gonna ulti and most likely get away. So that's really good. That's just a 50-50. Like, there's nothing you can really do about that. Like, that death's a 50-50. Vi could have been bot side, but she was top side.
Yeah.
That's all.
And it works out because bot kills their lane and takes their tower.
Yeah.
Because they see now that I'm like, hey, Vi's top, you guys get,
Yeah.
fucking free for all in the tower. And then here I just fucking shouldn't do this
Oh,
at all.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
I don't know.
stupid. I even thought about it. I was like, this is dumb. And I kind of thought like they would take the tower slower, but they just murder that shit because Riven's 4-0.
Also, the Vi has red buff,
Yeah.
and they're double AD melee champions. The biggest thing you should have done was be middle to push this out and be there for this dragon. You
Hmm.
could have had such a larger impact on the game if you were here for this dragon fight.
Yeah.
Like, you caused your bot lane to essentially die.
Yep. Cause Soraka her flash.
Yep. Instead, it would have tried to defend that, and you could have, potentially killed them.
Yeah.
This is where you needed to just abandon top side of the map. That's non-recoverable,
Like,
even in the slightest.
when do you go top? When she like gets the inhibitor turret?
Only if Lee Sin is also attending. Like the only way you go top is if you're three manning it with Lee.
You need Lee because the auto,
You
the
just
kick,
need
the
Lee to
targeted
fucking
kick.
kick her in the face. Yeah, you
Yeah,
need Lee to kick her in the face, and then you can charm afterwards, and then it's a kill. But also like a kick to the face means that Yasuo ulties, so then you charm off the ult. Like a kick to the face means that she auto dies even if she's fed,
yeah.
right? But if it's just you, you guys are liable to get outplayed, or just have her fucking ram,
She'll
you
just
know,
shield all the damage.
yeah, just ram her sword down Yasuo and kill him. Yasuo does have exhaust and all, so
Mistimed it.
yeah. Uh, that sucks. Does Yasuo play that super shit? Oh my god, they're so low.
The Vi shield is so annoying.
Yeah, the passive shield. They buffed it. Feels good.
Yeah.
That's why you're seeing so much Vi.
She means she's strong as shit right now. She's super strong. And if you build her full damage, or even you don't have to go full damage, you just get like one damage item. Like get warrior and you'll just murder people, murder
Yeah, a
squishies.
lot of I think you should go like I think a lot of Vi's go Triforce after. I think you can just go Warriors Triforce and then full tank after that and you're set if you have skirmishers. And then I also like if you continue to snowball, then you can just like add a Ghost Blade in or something, and then you're one-shotting fools, and then go full tank. But yeah, I think at least for that place, the Yasuo is just so behind. But yeah, if you're curious, when you're supposed to help a top laner who falls that far behind, you only do it if your jungler also attends.
Okay. Then
Or
you.
if they're doing something dumb like staying trying to harass someone under tower at 5 HP. You know what I mean? Like unless they're overstaying with their HP and CDs, then you don't go if she's 100% HP unless the jungler is also attending. You dive in this team fight. There's no reason for you to dive. Here's the thing about your team comp. If they don't kill this Vayne, they will all die.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and it's hard for them to kill the Vayne because of
Yeah.
Soraka, because they're all short-ranged melee
Hmm.
champions. Right?
Yes.
And so as long as you are killing the thing that Vayne is killing, you guys will simply front to back here. So like you kind of like step forward and then get by ulted. You see what this Yasuo is doing? Like
Yeah.
he's just killing the Echo and shit like that, right? Like that should be your positioning in the team fight. You see how everyone on your team's just focusing Echo and Vi? That should have been your focus. Look what happened, right? You guys just walked forward on the closest target in this team fight over and over again, right? And then this is what happens when Riven comes in, right? She just gets Soraka. Now it gets Soraka just kind of misplays a little bit. You see how like easily the team fight went, and your team just focused the same thing. Your team fight's not particularly strong, but it does have its strong suits that you guys are very good at focusing one person down. If Lee Sin, kicks Riven to the face into a Yasuo ult and then you burst her down, okay, and then it's just like new challenger approaches, and then you peel for the Echo and the Vi, and you just
Yeah.
ignore the Lucian. Like Lucian's gonna hit people, but you have like wind wall and shit.
Yeah. Like essentially, if anybody steps up to Vayne, they should get walled behind them, and then you just murder them behind the wind wall.
Yeah, and that's how these team fights should play, because there's no reason for you to dive. Like, who you diving? You gonna dive the Vi? Like, no. You gonna dive the Echo? No. You're gonna dive the Riven? No. You dove Thresh, but even diving Lucian is not like optimal for you.
Yeah. This is this is like a really awkward protective Vayne comp.
Yeah, it's like if you had someone to dive, then you could kind of ditch your Vayne, dive that person, and then kill them. But it's just like Lucian's not a big enough threat that you like are forced to dive him, and it's just more optimal for you to just burst and charm the squishy melees. They're all squishy melees, right? It's just
Hmm.
more optimal for you to just charm that thing and then just DPS it down with your team.
Yeah. Yep. No, I definitely see. I identified the correct win condition in my head in the game, but I did not play to it. I was like, I think I could just like hang back and peel for Vayne this
Yeah,
game, because I was like, they're
it's
all
it's
short
it's
range, they're all
weird.
squishy. That's why like I
Yeah,
choose to build
it's weird
illusions
because
instead
you
of
guys don't have
zombies.
like a tank or anything like that, like a real tank to kind of like stay behind. Oh,
Yeah. That's what I get for walking forward without vision. I knew it was a bad play, and I fucking did it anyway. I
Yeah,
saw the low players, and I was like, man, I think I can clean this up, and then everybody died in like the 4 seconds it
yeah.
took me to walk up. And then this is kind of a clown fiesta game, so I pushed that bot wave out when I probably didn't need to. Like it really
I
wasn't
think pushing
necessary.
the ball wave is okay. Like you still have to like pick up CS, right? I
Yeah,
think the biggest thing is just when you got a cleanup kill. Remember that's the thing for Clan Fiesta games. You take the cleanup kill and then you.
you
I think
leave.
I remember you saying like maybe I can clean this up. The rule is for Clan Fiesta games if it's a maybe you don't do it
Okay.
because you then become part of the Fiesta. But you just want to be a spectator. You just want to pick up that free buy kill and then take the safe route.
And go farm some minions. Well,
Yeah, so basically, like the reason how you get ahead of Clown Fiesta games is you push out that wave really quickly, right? Like, for example, you push out this wave, right? And then you're done. You don't push out the next one, and then you go join the Fiesta, right? And then you pick up a kill here, and then you push out a wave there, and then you pick up a kill here, and now you're you know 3 kills up, 3 waves up on your lane opponent who's just been showing up to fights, right?
yeah.
Or your lane opponent has done either just shown up to fights or just gone for side wave. You know what I mean? So like either scenario, he's not doing both like you. So
Mhm.
he's only got one source of income. He's either picking up waves and not showing up for the team fights, in which case you're pulling out ahead, right? Or he's just showing up to the team fights and not getting the CS. So that's how you really pull ahead. So I don't want you to just like split push completely, but you still need to pick up your team still needs to pick up those side waves,
Right.
just in general. So you pick that up and then quickly show up to the team fight. Even if it's a little bit late, you pick up that 1 kill. And then if you keep doing that repeatedly, then, at one point in time, you're not going to get so unlucky as to not be there for the fight. Right? Remember, the priority is to be there for the fight. Like 100% the priority is to be there for the fight. Always. But if you get an unlucky scenario like that, where like it's too big of a wave to give up, and there shouldn't have been a fight, like there's no way you could have predicted a fight because there's no real objective, right?
Right.
Like if you know the other team's gonna siege, or if you know the other team's gonna go for a dragon, or there's a baron up, then yeah, it's your fault for showing up to the wave and their fight and them like even though like they should have waited for you, you know that because there's an objective that's being done that it's likely that someone gets caught or someone sees a pick opportunity. But if it's just kind of like a random, some dude got caught in the jungle, that's not really on you. And it was like an okay decision to go for the farm. That was just. You're doing a lot of wandering this game.
Yeah.
Like, you wandered through your own jungle here. So, like, yeah, this is.
I don't know
You
why I
you
thought
have
it
a
would be
ward.
safe.
You have a ward on them. Then, right?
Yeah, like I see it and I like turn the other way. I'm like, oh, I forgot about
Turn the
Vi
other.
ult this game. Like I turned to
Yeah.
run and then I like, oh, let me just like throw a charm. I'm like, fucking Vi ultimate.
Yeah.
That's what I'm like,
Well, that's
fuck, I
the
need
reason why
lasagnas.
she's super popular. Yeah,
Yeah,
well, that's why she's like really popular right now. She's pretty noob friendly. You just hit the R button, and
yeah.
then there's no outplay.
If you hit the R button and you have a numbers advantage, you win.
Yeah. So like for example, like if your death had happened from someone else, like there's no way to like predict that. You know what I mean? So like you can't really blame yourself for being off farming because you technically died in a scenario where there was no objective, right? You
Yeah.
did die for something. So like those random deaths or like, the deaths that just happened to Thresh and Vi, like no way to predict those.
Mhm.
So that's okay that if you weren't around for that because you're pushing out a wave like what Vayne is doing right now, like it's predictable that this would happen. Like she pushed out too many waves, right? Like, oh, nice. That was a good try. So like I said, like the Vayne here, she pushed out more than one wave in a Clan Fiesta game, so that's a mistake.
Yeah.
She like committed to the split.
Which ends up working out kind of.
It's one of those things where like if you do this in a Clan Fiesta game, then you are making the decision for your team that you won't be attending fights.
Yeah. And then Soraka BM'd right here. I'm like, that actually wasn't a bad 2v1 because if Exhaust isn't up right there, which it's
Yeah, she
lucky it
wins.
was. Yeah, she wins if Exhaust isn't up. And I was like, because I was looking at it, I was like, I'd take that fight.
Yeah. If exhaust was like, it's weird to think exhaust would be up if Thresh had just died. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So it wasn't like a bad attempt or anything.
Yeah, but like now Soraka's like BMing her, and I'm like, nah, man, that was a good play. It just
Yeah.
sucks that exhaust was up. I was
All
like,
right. So I like the Codex pickup. So here, um,
so my plan is I grabbed the Codex before the Ludens, I thought, for the
yeah,
CDR, and then
not
I went
yeah.
Ludens, and I was like, well, they're squishy, so I just try to like burst them, but they're not really squishy. It's really confusing. Like,
They're yeah, they're kind of like the bruiser-ish. They're the fighters. They're fighter types, so they are squishy and you can burst them, but um,
yeah,
she has fucking BT and 14 and 3.
if I go into Riven right there, like I never get, I don't know, I don't play well with Soraka's. When really I should have just gone like right back in Riven's face because Soraka was there and she's gonna wish me, and I could have
Yeah,
fucking killed
also the
her.
silence. Like
Yeah.
the silence is important, right? Like the Riven is really useless against silence. She's really useless. So if you just like go into her face, hit the charm, and then the silence goes, then yeah.
hmm
It's definitely over.
I also run from Soraka silence because there's no difference between friendly and enemy.
Yeah,
A lot of
that's
times I
just really
mistake it
annoying.
as mine.
Yeah, that happens to me too. They really should.
Differentiate it like red for enemy and purple for friendly or whatever.
Yeah.
Of course, they use fucking orange and purple for her skills, so whatever.
Get him, Vayne. Vayne, I don't know why she has Shiv this game. She needed PD.
Yeah. She
This was a PD game.
also. Do you think the Bork was a good idea here? I feel like it would have been better if she just went like BTPD, and she could have been like wrecking fools.
Uh, Bork PD would have been fine for the dueling. Um, IEPD would have as well.
Yeah.
Why? IEPD would have been good just because they're all squishies and she just crits the shit out of Riven and stuff like that. Um, Bork here is like okay for the kiting on the buy.
hmm
Um, but I would have done something like IEPD Bork. Would have been like my 3 item spike. Would have been optimal versus them.
Yep. So she goes Bork Shiv IE.
Yeah, she goes Bork Shiv. The biggest thing is the biggest thing is the Shiv being the really really suboptimal choice here. So the Shiv is good for wave clear purposes. And even though your team lacks a little bit of wave clear, this is not what that game. This game is not about like swift pushing and like wave clear and shit like this. Like you guys are just straight brawling on a consistent basis, and PD is just the better option. Let's watch this team fight. So you get caught by Vi again.
Yep.
She actually cues you.
Yeah.
It's not good. This is okay, so this is a mistake that could be like reoccurring. Don't ever do this. When the Baron is dead and there are no one that is weak, you don't go in to poke them like this.
Yep. I didn't have vision of Baron health. I don't think.
Yeah, regardless, like
Oh, flash Q.
okay, she flash keys you, so it's a little more acceptable. Do you get away thanks to the Yasuo?
Yeah.
And then you charm. So after getting caught, you play the team fight pretty well. You just get called a little bit. At that point in time, this fight's over and the game's over. You see, the reason why you never do that is because if you were to lose or get caught like you did immediately after Baron, which they will of course flash for, like the Vi did. So this is a good example. You lose the game.
Yeah.
Like you lose the game because if you already had a weak base, they end, and if they didn't have a weak base, they're gonna like double inhibit you with the Baron or just straight up end depending on their comp, right? Because other people might die. So basically, whenever like Baron dies, unless your team is actually like planning on hardcore engaging, which you guys don't have any of that, you know what I mean? You'd stay away from Baron because a pick means you lose the game,
Right.
which is exactly what happened here. And the pick was on you, but it's also true of your teammates, so you need to get them to like basically just leave. Like, because like I said, one person dying here just means no matter what the state of the game, you will lose no matter how much gold leads you have. Like, let's say you had like a 10k gold lead, and then the other team snuck a Baron on you guys, and then you're like, oh, we're so strong, let's fight, and then your team just like wasn't there and you died. You're liable to just straight up lose the game right there.
Yeah, it's like what happened in the Jinx game last night.
Mm-hmm. It's actually identical, because
Yep.
you guys got a Baron while behind, and then they fought you over and died, and then the game ended.
Hmm.
And so like that's just kind of like a general lesson for just like losing less games. And don't contest Barons that have already died.
Yeah.
Like even remotely, because the chain reaction that could happen is just really, really bad if they have ability to flash and kill you.
Right.
Which, you know, they did because of the Vi.
Yeah, which happened.
Yeah. Alright, so that's one game. You didn't have any other games to cover, did you?
That was the only game I played today.
Okay.
So,
I think we should have done a live game today then.
alright, I'm gonna queue up then.
Yeah. Queue up and then we'll kind of see. My poor boy Apto got banned again.
Poor guy.
He always gets banned. Feels bad.
And you know why Riot bothers.
Right, Korea. Just dicks.
What the fuck is going? What the fuck? Did I not just sign up? What the fuck? What a piece of shit.
Yeah, okay. He went back to China.
Oh, they banned his Korean account, so he left and went back to China?
Yeah, no, it's because like he lives in China, despite being Korean. He just like will play on he'll play on the Korean server until he gets banned, pretty much.
Yeah. They should just give Apto a pass.
I don't think they'd ever do that.
They say he's so toxic, but look how many people he actually helps in the League of Legends community by just playing the game. Like, man, let's watch Apto. He fucking knows what he does.
Yeah, the worst part is this only started happening when he did a formal apology on his stream for boosting and stuff like that. And then Riot's like, "Oh, you admitted to boosting. Now you'll be banned." And it's just like, try to apologize to you guys.
Yeah, it's fucking silly.
Like, what assholes? Alright, is your stream up?
Yeah.
Can I refresh it to see if it'll work? Alright. I'm just gonna go to the washroom real quick while you're in queue.
Okay. Oh boy, oh boy.
All the world on one arrow.
All right, I'm here. You still around?
Hey, I'm back. Are you here?
Yeah, me.
Yeah, I told you I gave up on top lane. I was looking
Yeah,
at my
yeah.
win rates and I was just like, nah, I'm gonna play AD carry.
Yeah, that's fine.
It really doesn't. It probably doesn't matter as long as I hit 50%. And like top, I
Yeah,
was at 35 with Riven and 40 with Pantheon, and like Pantheon should not be that low.
yeah, definitely not.
So I think I'm just not a top laner. I feel like you need a lot more
Yeah,
patience to play top lane.
I think so.
I'm
Well,
weak
it's because
both,
top
but
laners like naturally get fucked over a lot, and you're not really good with dealing that.
yeah, I like being not fucked over.
Yeah, it happens to AD as well.
Oh, what? They get naturally fucked over a lot?
Yeah, you get four mans, but like it's not as
Yeah.
often as top lane.
You get four man, but like if you see it coming, you can still walk away.
Yeah, but sometimes it's just
Sometimes you just
you
get
get
fucked.
four mans because your support didn't give you a vision to know.
Yeah. But then I just like cry on my support shoulder and then give me a hug. A really good support can make you feel good about yourself.
Yeah,
Wow, we have a
I guess
Singed.
that's true.
We have a weird team comp. I mean, like we should just beat them in a straight up 5v5, right?
Yeah, your favorite is oh them? Oof, no. No, no, no. That's Jinx Syndra.
Yeah. R
Um,
reset. Bang, 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 bang. You lose.
yeah. And you don't necessarily have anything to kill their backline, right? Like you don't. The thing that
Yeah.
that comp's acceptable to is just fucking dying, right? Like just straight up getting run over. You don't have that kind of run over team comp, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like the Singe can do it, but like Lee Sin and Gangplank are just kind of meh when it comes to just killing backline.
So we just have to like kite back and
Yeah, they don't
hope
have
they
a
fuck
true,
up.
they don't have a tank,
Yeah.
right? So it comes down to you not dying to Fiora and then not getting hit by stuns.
So I need
But
to
yeah,
be. Is this like a second or third item Mercurial game?
yeah, I would consider Mercurial third.
Or do I
Nah,
just go like
nah,
straight up GA? I don't even know.
nah. I don't. It depends. It depends. So basically, what you needed to mark is kind of how the team fights are going, and if you need to pick up the QSS, because technically you should be able to dodge Cinder Stun and at least Cocoon without Mercurial for
It
a
should be
little bit.
like a positioning thing, right? Like I should just be
Yeah,
not in range of it
yeah.
until
So this is an
Singe is
IE
killing him.
game over an Essence Reaver as well.
Okay. So my
Uh,
build is like BT, Runan's IE. Is that the
mm,
order?
IE Runans BT.
Okay.
And it should be it goes
Okay.
BF
Sorry, not.
Runan's IE.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Not BT, BF.
BF Runan's IE. And then your third item, you won't need a Last Whisper this game, so lucky you. So you'll be able to go like BT, PD.
Nice. I like Ashe because she's really simple.
Yeah. So that's something that you might want to try. If you're snowballing, You could go like PD third as well, but it's just like generally speaking, your build will end up with IE, PD, Runans, BT, and also Mercurial.
Okay.
Although actually, I might pick up Mercurial in place of BT. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I would do. And then the last item will just be like a situational thing. So your core is basically your decision is whether or not to get the QSS third into PD, complete it, or just grab PD and then grab QSS. So it just comes down to how big the Syndra and Elise are and if they're landing stuns. If they're, if they're landing stuns on you and stuff.
Yeah.
So for the laning phase, you have Sona Janna versus who's the AD? It's Jinx, right?
Yeah.
You guys could completely murder this lane. Sona's just kind of like an old school counter to Janna. And at 6, you guys should just auto win. Like the Sona should you should just arrow into crescendo, and the Janna or Jinx should die.
And this is a lane we could probably hard push level 1.
You guys should just you could hard push level 1, but you should look to bully and harass them out of lane.
So prioritize. So like keep the wave even.
Also, when you're playing Ashe, you run Warlords instead of Fervor.
Okay.
It accentuates, at least in the laning phase, it accentuates your poke patterns. So you poke, sustain, poke, sustain, poke, sustain. And then also it's better for kind of like late game scaling purposes than Fervor, at least on Ashe, because you don't necessarily like build lifesteal early on Ashe. So it helps with that.
Oh no. Got it.
So yeah, run Warlords on Ashe from now on.
Okay.
The other thing you need to note about this lane is though you bully it, you're also susceptible to getting killed by Elise because you and Sona are quite squishy.
Right. So I should be looking to ward about now.
Yeah, 3-minute ward. Because top lane got solo killed and mid lane's gonna get pushed in, and Gangplank has oranges.
Yeah.
So the likely gank is you. Because you're shoved up with double mobile champions, and top lane is a Singed who's already died, and mid lane is non-gankable.
Yep.
Oh, so it did happen.
Yeah, she flashed in.
Yep.
So that feels bad.
Yeah, but that was really, really predictable.
Yeah, right as my ward came up, like right as
Yeah.
I was going to do it, she was here. So and I
Yeah.
even called it out, so it's my bad for not reacting. So I just take potions here. That's pretty much all I can
Yeah.
do.
You kind of just have to take potions.
And then try to freeze.
Or boots. Yeah, boots would have been better. Or dagger.
Oh yeah.
The dagger would have been good too. Yeah, I would have gone boots or dagger plus a pot.
I only had enough for. I had 300 gold. I would have had to wait 50 for a pot.
Yeah, you would have waited a bit, but it would have been worth it. Yeah, so I would have gone dagger or boots. Boots are quite good, just because you lost your flash, and it lets you reposition a little bit better. So, I think that's a good choice. Whoa, what did she just do? Holy shit. That was terrible. She just walked past the wave, got chunked, and then almost died and had to flash away.
Yeah. At least I know I got a good support.
Yeah. Be careful about using your Q. It's really heavy on the mana.
Okay. So is W. I guess it's just not efficient like W is. Like it doesn't.
Yeah, it's not an efficient source of damage, like early on. So it does give you a damage amp and a small attack speed steroid, but you shouldn't just be popping it to get extra attack speed for minions. It's not going to let you hit any breakpoints for last hitting either. So you're really just doing it for the attack speed. So you're only ever using it in kind of like, trades where you're getting 2 to 3 autos. That's a general rule. Other than that, you just don't activate. because it'll you, and it's better to just have that mana for volleys.
At least it's top. We could be aggressive. I don't even need
Yeah.
a ward. I don't know why I'm warding.
Yeah, you're dropping a lot of CS. That's not something you can afford to do on AD. More so than mid lane. You see, mid lane has smooth build paths, okay? So, like, if you're short on money, you just pick up a ring or you pick up an amp tome, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or, you know, you complete an amp tome into a codex, all short money. But ADs need to reach big, you know, 875, 1300 power spikes. You can't
Yeah.
afford to miss really easy CS, where your back timings are so important. Like, the difference between backing on BF and backing on pickaxe is massive for your laning phase.
Oh, at least it's fucking hell.
Yeah, like, she'll camp your lane.
Yeah.
She's going to, like, 100%. It's the only gankable lane for her, and your double mobile champions who lost your flash.
Yeah.
You need to essentially just, like, freeze. Yeah, that was definitely what was going to happen.
Yep. So pickaxe or call or fucking
Mm,
boots? I don't
Let's
even
see
know.
here.
I'm just kind of
I
fucked.
think pick up a call.
Call
pick
in
up-
boots or call in.
Yeah, call him boots.
Alright.
Fine. The good thing about boots is you can pick up an early Zerker Greave sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Eve's name is, or Elise's name is Luscious Pussy. Nice.
Nice. But yeah, so you're going to get camped. Like, it's the only thing that will happen in this game.
Yeah. Well, I'll just have to try to chill.
Yeah, you have to chill, and then when you guys hit 6, you retake control of the lane. So even though you guys like have an advantage in the 2v2, you basically just have to freeze for both of it. And then when you're pushing out, you have to be like really scared about pushing out and do it quickly and have the wave reset and then let it come back to you.
Yeah. Well, luckily she's pushing the wave right back into me.
Yeah, which is nice of her.
I need to be more patient with my CS. Fuck, I can't get that one. I'll just eat tons of fucking damage for it. She went call pickaxe instead of getting a BF sword. Like, that seems really dumb to me.
It's okay. The reason for that is I think she picked up the pickaxe on her first recall, and then only had money for call dagger.
Oh my god, I keep dropping free CS.
Yeah.
So,
The reason you went call here over any damage is because you're not really in a position to play aggressively at the moment, so it's better you just grab the money.
hey, nice. Lee made a play on Elise, so now we can push out all the way, probably.
Yeah. So whenever stuff like that happens, you're just kind of like looking for the future, like, hey, I don't want to get the wave stuck. I want to make sure it comes back to me by the time Elise is back on the map. So your team's kind of catching up on their side of the map, so you know it's your time to do the same. So you guys have major poke advantage, right? Like you see how you guys just kind of like wreck them
Yeah.
because the Janna can't really do anything, and the Jinx doesn't have any like burst or isn't that strong even. Like she is up a pickaxe and a dagger, but it's still a Jinx. Like she doesn't do much in the early game.
Do we
So-
recall here? Like, we just pushed it all the way in, Elise is back on the map. Oh, she's topside, so we can keep pushing, right?
Yeah, keep pushing until you get to your BF.
Alright. Actually, I have arrow. I could have just fucking killed Janna. But I should probably wait until Sona's level 6.
Yeah, it's just a little bit safer.
Because it pretty much guarantees it. Because they're just down for so long.
Yeah. It guarantees the kill, or it drops her low enough that you guys like get lane dominance, so it doesn't really matter. They're relatively short CD
Elise is
ultimates.
definitely coming. Like, she should be pathing this way now.
Yep, she's probably given up on going
Oh.
to topside.
Oh, nope, she's at Rift Herald. Or not doing
Okay.
it, but she's up on that side of the map. So, like,
Weird.
I'm, right now, playing bot lane, I'm seeing what you're talking about, like, looking at the map to make decisions. So I'm, like,
Yeah.
looking at the map. I don't see her, so I'm going to play this way. Or I see her, so I'm going to play this
Yeah,
way.
you need to do that with mid lane more. So it's easier to do as AD because like you're not Like you're in a scenario where you're not actively trading. Like trading patterns in bot lane are very like set in stone. You know what I mean? Like you trade now, and you know they have ranges because they're just auto attacks, right?
But then this wave down, then I'm gonna fucking fight him.
Jinx rocket's down, right?
Yeah.
So be aware. They don't have rocket. Sona is much stronger than the Janna in a fight. Nice. That was a really good Sona ultimate.
I don't know if I went 2-ham or what, but we ended up
Yeah.
trading 1-for-1.
Definitely 2-ham. Also need to pop your pot.
Oh. Shit. Yeah, if I would have popped my pot, I would have lived.
Yeah. So if you probably would have wanted to pop your pot as you flashed in there. But yeah, I think you went a little bit too ham. The Janna like could have just traded flash for flash with you. Like she could have just flashed away. At that point in time, you don't flash forward. You just take the ulti trades and the fact that you came out on top.
Okay.
Because like Janna still hadn't exhausted you. She could have exhausted you and walked away like she did. They just like chose to fight and die. They could have chose to just leave. You know what I mean? Like there was nothing keeping them there to fight you. But did they blow any flashes or no?
I think Janna flashed? I think Jinx flashed too.
Okay, well, you can just do the combo again. Check the Jinx's items.
She's got a BF pickaxe.
Okay.
I think she's
So
here by
she's up
herself.
a-
Lisa's here.
Yeah. That's to say, Elisa's most likely bottom.
I'm dead. I'm just gonna hold my ult until now. Oh, that didn't work. Sona's trying to kill Jinx and whatever. I don't know. I should have known that was gonna happen. They
Yeah.
just saw us blow our summoners, so like, why not just walk down and take the free 2 kills because we're overextended?
Yeah, so you tried to push out that wave when in fact you should have just allowed it to come back to you.
Right.
Because the likely scenario was that Elise would return to bottom with your summoners blown, and just the way the wave was positioned and the way the game's been working out is, again, your high ganking priority, so unless you see her specifically, you assume that she is coming after you.
Right.
Because it's just so easy. To be honest, if I was at Elise, you'd be dead and your tower would be gone a long time ago. Like, there was no reason for the Elise to not continuously kill you and dive you. She just chose not to. Instead, attempted to make plays on top side.
Oh my god. I got baited by my Sona. Oh wow. Nice. Whatever. That's weird.
Should I kill them both here? I'm just watching the replay, yeah.
She could have, or I should have.
No, she. I was just saying, like, if they both followed, she'd kill them. So that burst is kind of high.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I'm playing pretty bad right now.
Yeah. Can you finish that into a recurve?
Yes.
Thought so. Alright, just grab the recurve. Or you could have.
Yeah, I just walked back for it.
Alright, so whenever you get this far down as an AD, you just stop worrying about your score and you make sure that you do whatever it takes to grab CS. So like if it means pushing out and dying, it means pushing out and dying. Because at this point in time, you're not worth money anymore, so you play like a super minion. It sounds weird, but it's like actually an effective way to get back in the game. So you have two ways of coming back into a game when you're this far behind. You either commit to just hard farming, or you commit to showing up to fights and just being utility.
Right.
So in the fights, you just kind of play as a utility and hope to clean up some kills and provide some sort of, slows and ultis for your team. Or you just commit to slow pushing bottom and say, hey, you're gonna have to stop me, or I'm gonna catch up and farm and take your towers. And if you kill me, it doesn't matter. You basically you're singed right now. You just you split push and force people to come to you. But you need to split push harder than this. Like you need to spend volleys and shit like that. Like you need to actually apply pressure.
Okay. So I was gonna go mid and arrow. I guess I could have just shot it. It's like, is there any point? Like, am I just taking Hail Marys at this point? Like shooting arrows cross map and fucking just staying in the lane?
Well, like you could have arrowed there with the GP ult, but note that GP has really good wave clear, right?
Yeah.
It's unlikely they just kind of siege and take your tower. You should have just again, you're 0-4. You knew Elise was top. Just take that bottom tower, push it out, get back ahead and farm. Trade towers if needed. Like just get back in the game. Like why your team pushed out is retarded. Like they should have just held the tower. So you need to push this to the tower to make sure that they miss all this CS. They're only gonna go for one tower, and Jinx is gonna head bottom here.
Yeah. Can I beat her?
Yeah, I think so. Check her items.
She doesn't have IE. She's got a Phantom Dancer and Recurve. Or not Phantom Dancer. Zeal.
Yeah, you might be able to beat her then. If your passive is procced before then. Because you have a stun, so, it's pretty effective. The biggest problem is you're more liable to get killed by one of her teammates than she is getting killed by one of yours. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can beat her. Be surprised if you couldn't.
Should have popped my potion. I killed her.
Nice.
I guess that means I'm worth gold now, though.
That's okay.
I mean, Jana just killed me back, but getting a kill in a 2v1 when my team gets to fight 4v3 means
it's
win.
good.
So I'm gonna go right back to bot and just straight auto push the lane again.
Exactly.
Do I stop doing this when I hit my 2-item power spike?
Yep.
So I won't stop just auto pushing minions until I get IE, Runans, and Greaves.
Yeah. Well, pretty much just until you get to your IE. Yeah, IE, and then Greaves is not Greaves you can join fights again. It'd be different if your team had others, if your team comp was a little bit different, if your team comp was a hard engaged team comp, you know what I mean? Then it would be better for you to group than to split, because you guys could just hard force fights with arrow and have other people follow up, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like if we had a Malphite or something, I just arrow a carry and then he
exactly. So that would be a better way, but because you guys don't have any way of hard starting fights, you guys can start fights, don't get me wrong, it's just you guys aren't hardcore diving and picking people off, you know what I mean? Oh, you hit the arrow Sona combo and now it's just pretty lackluster
from there. So coming
there.
for me now and I know it. Should I back off?
Yeah, back off. You're worth money now. If you weren't worth money, then you would just sack yourself for the tower. But because you're worth money, you can't sack yourself for the tower anymore.
Well, that sucks. Should I finish my Greaves before my... Or I finished Runans, I got 500 gold, I got tier 1 boots.
Yeah, go. Yeah, grab another dagger.
Just makes sense to finish that item. Because the IE power spike is so far away.
Yeah. Plus tier 2 boots are good.
On an immobile champion.
Yeah. You'll get the call power spike soon too.
Yeah. 400 gold. I got 16 stacks left.
It's kind of silly, there's no wards on the bottom side of your map. There were no wards for you, so there's no way for you to tell if that was happening.
Yeah. And I just used my hawk shots to scout their camps.
Yeah.
If I had arrow,
so it's just kind of a vision control problem. You might want to go...
Yeah, I'm going to go mid this time.
Yeah, might want to go mid this time. Because, they are sieging your tier 2, so you need to be around for that.
Damn, if I didn't waste my arrow. Hey, nice. Oh, I think we can do something here. Oh, JK. No, we're good.
Alright, at least Sin picked up Elise. Nice.
We got Syndra's flash.
Oh, that was a good flash by her.
Yeah. She knew that there was no way she could dodge it. That's
Yeah.
the reason why I shot it. I was like, oh, cool. GP's here. Like, we might be able to get a pick.
Yeah.
Should have shot that further.
Yeah, now you just you split for a little bit. Now, splitting is kind of dangerous for you bottom because they have the high potential of taking a Baron on you. So this is when you gotta kind of take the opportunity to really push out bottom because you're not going to get to be able to do it for much longer without causing unnecessary
Pressure.
risk to your team. Yeah. So going for that Gromp was a bit of a mistake. You should have just been hard shoving bottom.
Yeah. Well, Jinx and Janna are bottom now, so we could just like walk and do Baron, right?
Potentially. You guys don't really have a fast Baron. It's pretty slow.
Oh shit.
Oh, you're 1 gold away from Cole. Feels bad. Like, Lee Sin doesn't tank it very well.
Fucking Elise. That was
Yeah,
stupid
Elise.
wandering through the jungle like that. I should have gone the safe way.
Yeah.
Oh well.
You didn't die, though.
Yeah.
She definitely could have killed you. She just didn't commit to it.
Yeah. She probably thought I had arrow up.
Even then, she can just repel.
Oh shit, I think I can make a play on Syndra right here. You just
Yeah, she's
arrow
no
her
flash.
fucking face. Yeah.
Yeah, she has no flash. If you can do it, go for it. Check the Gangplank's items. It's important to your team comp.
Fuck. He's got a Triforce and BF.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I
when
lost.
both of you are on 2 items, then yeah, flash cocoon.
Yeah. That was a
Yeah,
good play by her.
yeah, that's on you.
Yeah, I didn't flash it.
You didn't flash it, but the biggest thing was like, you guys pushed out from the tower. Right, like you pushed away from the tower, where you just had to be there.
Feels bad, man. Can we even do anything? GP has his ult.
Yeah, JPL's pretty strong when people are on Baron.
Oh.
So they're not doing it too quickly and they're leaving, so...
I don't know why he didn't ult.
Wait, he didn't ult them? They were like really low.
He just did it now.
Yeah, they were all in the pit. Definitely could have just killed them.
Whatever, there's no point in telling him. They're too busy flaming me for dying a lot.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about, where people decide to like type instead of winning. The game was winnable. Like, you guys do have like very strong late game with the Gangplank and Ashe. He didn't, yeah. You guys have really, really strong late game.
Yeah, we're only down on an inhibitor. This means we get the farm and scale faster.
Yep. Like, if they can't push the advantage, and it's hard to shove on a Gangplank. Like, people fuck up when shoving on champions like Gangplank. It's difficult.
Team?
Yeah, Lee Sin gave up on this one.
Yeah. Feels here right now.
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty low right now. So when I hit the double crescendo on carries.
I just whiffed. I mean,
I think what Lee Sin's doing should actually be bannable.
it'd be. You mean like just fucking. Like he's not AFK, but he might as well be?
Yeah, I think it should be bannable. Because you guys could have aced them right there. Like when that arrow landed, at least no one's around. The other team gets aced, and who knows what happens after that.
Yeah, we have such a strong team. Like if we get an ace, like momentum
Yeah.
is huge. Because if we get if we get an ace, we get so many objectives off of it.
We just get to delay the game, and if they don't punish you for the double inhibs being down because they're dead, then you and Gangplank will hit 3 items, and then the game is kind of, back to normal.
Yeah.
Like once an AD hits 3 items, it doesn't matter what their score is; they pump out damage.
Yeah, I just fucking got killed because I thought.
You thought they left.
Yeah, I thought they left, and then when Jana walked up behind me, I was like, oh, that must be my team. Because why the fuck would they still be here?
They had no reason to still be around. They just were around.
Oh, yeah. Should I go... I guess BT next? I'm not really sure. Or should I go for another crit speed
No.
item?
Yeah, go for PD here.
Okay.
Basically, like, BT is too expensive and Material is too expensive, and you need damage output to grab PD.
Nice, they killed Jinx. Oh, fed my ass off.
Yeah,
Am I the
at least
entire
for that
reason my
game.
team lost?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Because if you had done, like, even mediocre, your team wouldn't have lost the will to play.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have, like, changed. And then, again, you got caught in scenarios that caused, like, a chain reaction. Like, the mid inhibitor dying, you basically lost, like, mid tier 2, and then the tier 1, and then the inhibitor because you got caught out because you're way too far away from the tower. This game was like pretty solely on you. Not that anyone else like played particularly like well, and not that like you needed to carry this game to win. You just needed to do average, and you probably would have won this game. It was mostly just getting caught that badly in the laning phase.
Yeah. No, it sucks. Like, that was definitely... Yeah, I know I fucked up.
Yeah. All right. So that's kind of like the end of this lesson. So I think a good takeaway is the importance, like, so you knew that to play around the Elise being on the map, and you're good about playing aggressive when you saw her, but you were really bad about playing passive when you didn't see her.
Yeah, I guess I didn't, like...
You
passive.
didn't, like...
Do I just back off the wave completely, like, out of EXP range?
No, you stay in EXP range, but you make sure that things are warded, and you make sure you're not even attempting to trade. And you're just letting the wave come back to you. So that's like something different between like mid lane and the long lanes. In the long lanes, when the wave stacks up like that, you just have to let like 1 or 2 CS drop because it'll eventually just stack up so large that it just hits you, right? And you can just wait for it. In mid lane, the lane is short, so that's like phenomenal if it never happens. Like when you're waiting for farm in mid lane, you wait like 1 wave. You know what I mean? Like you don't wait very long, and you can kind of edge some CS with your long range abilities. But in bot lane, you kind of like you have to like give up a little bit of CS or use a volley to kind of like snipe some CS. So you ward the river, and then you just say, oh, okay, it's coming to me. I'm gonna edge some CS with volley, and then wait for it to stack up, and then I freeze with how big the wave is. Because in the longer lanes, it's easier to sustain freezes because the waves end up bigger. Yeah. Yeah, basically. So it's like in bottom lane, like the wave control is really, really important, like when they stack up. So like when the wave stacks, it means like you have a chance to get dove, but it also means you have a chance to get to freeze. And that's just something you need to be aware of when playing bot lane. But yeah, just being able to identify that you were gonna be ganked that heavily, right? And then playing around it, that's like something you didn't do. So like we identified that you'd get ganked by the Elise, then it happened at level 3, right? And then it like continued to happen